you post a lot of stuff on your story, so it's not like I could just go back and like find all of it. But
Uh-huh.
what were some of the issues with getting your fight and like the layoff and stuff like that? Can you speak, not to make you badmouth anybody, right? But just
Yeah, yeah.
because a lot of people, it's a big talking point. Like you get a lot of rumors and stuff like that where they're saying like just to throw it out there, like Gegard got signed to a new deal by Bellator before the acquisition that PFL didn't agree to and stuff. And then you hear that PFL was also asking Gegard to take like less money. That might have been a part of that story. But just to clear things up a little bit, what were you going through in that?
Just the same thing, man. No, 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 well, not the same thing as that, but I'm just saying, like, my same thing is just asking for fights, and I don't. I mean, I'm not gonna even say that it was because of the whole transition, because I've been asking for, you
Before
know,
that?
yeah, before that, but this didn't help. I think that it was just like a real shitstorm with everything that was happening, and trying to, I think on their part, trying to find the venues and figuring. I mean, that I could see when all the switch happened why, like, I couldn't get 3 fights. That I understood. But or even to even figure out, because I've been trying to get a fight shit since, like, I've been trying to get a date since like February. So I just think that it's just a big shit show, with the whole transition and combining both, or PFL, bringing in Bellator and finding out all their inner workings and all that type of stuff. So I get that, but before I never understood. I don't know. I've always expressed that I wanted to fight more. You know what I mean? I get it with some of these older fighters. Fuck. Now I gotta say I'm an older fighter, but some of these older guys, dude, that maybe they don't want to fight like that. You know what I mean? So
So they were thinking you were one of them or something like that?
maybe, but then
Maybe.
I've expressed that I'm not, like, don't treat me like one of these older guys and these 2 fights a year. Like, low key, I like, sometimes there's been more times and haven't been times where, because, like, when I'm not training or shit like that, I don't know if you know, I just disassociate myself from, like, MMA and all that shit. So there's many times where I literally forget, like, what the fuck I do for a living. You know what I mean? Because it's like, usually they'll have me fight earlier in the year and then later on in the year. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's such a big gap that I'm just like, and I'm doing my everyday shit that I just forget. I'm like, damn, I fucking fight. Like, I've fucking, it's weird, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. I've expressed multiple times that I want to fight at least 3 times a year. 3 times a year is fine with me, but 2 times is just like, uh,
Right. And just to kind of put some of the things to rest too, like, because I even messaged you, and I don't think maybe you answered the question, I'm not sure, but you responded to one of my things I asked you. But it's not like PFL is asking you to take less money, right? Before you accepted that fight, they
okay.
just honored your deal and stuff.
Yeah, so they honored my deal. I never had a problem with nothing that's like taking less of anything like that.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
also, I didn't have no new deal right before the acquisition, so I don't know. I can't speak on that. But as far as me, like, there was nothing, no talks of ever, like, lowering my pay or anything like that.
Okay. So maybe with Gegard, that was like a one-time thing because I see a narrative is out there a little bit of like, now that PFL can't pay Bellator's top fighters, they can't honor those contracts. But maybe it was just that one-off in that sense. That's why I wanted to ask you because you're one
Yeah,
of their top fighters if they're able to honor your contract or
yeah.
anything like that.
I don't know. He might have some crazy fucking. Maybe they did some crazy shit for him. I don't know.